can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation. And for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
The Razorback Raffle is back. This raffle is a new and exciting way to support Razorback athletics, whether you're inside Razorback Stadium or calling the Hogs anywhere in the great state of Arkansas. Our inaugural raffle jackpots grew to nearly $500,000 last spring. Now you can be our next big winner, even if you're not in the stadium. Get your raffle ticket purchased to have a chance to win big right now at RazorbackRaffle.com.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com. Everybody.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, moderate to heavy rain still a factor at times. Our high temperatures this afternoon will be in the upper 70s to near 80. Chance of seeing some showers and storms across the north tonight. And overnight low will drop down into the low 60s. And then a few leftover lingering showers Thursday, highs on Thursday, upper 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Green Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
Artie's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches. Choose any two. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $6.99. Why settle for junior burgers? Get big savings on full-size goodness in Hardee's Country. Download the app and join my rewards for special offers. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary. See app for terms.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. You're listening to ESPN 95.3.
If your child goes down the street and somebody makes fun of him because he dropped a pass in a pickup game or says he's fat and he comes home crying to his mom, you'd understand. But you haven't had that. But someday you will. And when your child comes home, you'll understand. If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right thing. You don't downgrade him because he does everything right and may not play as well on Saturday. And you let us make that decision. That's why I don't read the newspaper, because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage, attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me or our coaches. Don't write about a kid that does everything right, that's heart's broken, and then say that the coaches said he was scared. That ain't true.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
And produced by Colton Little.
This is The Morning Rush.
Tell us what's your beef.
So the Mike Gundy era in Stillwater, Oklahoma has come to an end. I guess you probably got the news when you were in Minnesota yesterday.
Yeah.
Is there who's happier to be back in Arkansas, the Arkansas football team or Tommy Kraft?
Probably Tommy Kraft.
Okay.
Tommy Kraft's tired of airports and travel, but glad to be here at Richards Country Meat Market today. What a place to re-arrive to here for the Morning Rush.
Yep. What's Your Beef Wednesday? We bring it to you every Wednesday, courtesy of Richards Country Meat Market. Appreciate Richard, Chris, and the team here having us out there. But college football news. So we've seen it out of UCLA, Deshaun Foster, Brent Fry for VTech. And now Mike Gundy as well. Billy Napier's, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. But this is the latest yesterday.
All right, that's where we begin. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday, and today we are live at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Come by. We got front door parking. You can pull right up here. We're outside on the front porch. You can head on inside where they got everything you want for this weekend. Or maybe it's, you probably need to plan like a Friday night dinner. Grill out some steaks, do some fillets or some ribeyes, and then Saturday get the maybe the gourmet burgers going, the house-made sausages. I was looking through the meat counter here just a while ago. They got the brats, and they got a variety of those. They got the kebabs they're making right now. And then in the cooler, as you kind of weave your way through, all the sides. And they got everything like from cheese dip to bean dip to, all the traditional sides you think about. Their potato salad and more. And so everything you need for your tailgate or your weekend or your home gate or whatever is here with us today. Come by and load up at Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. Just what, a block and a half off College.
You know that rant was nearly 20 years old? It's September 22nd of 2007.
It was almost to the day of his dismissal.
Pretty wild how that timed up like that. So that's what's happening in Stillwater, Oklahoma. As far as what's happening here, we'll get to some of this Arkansas scheduling stuff and the SEC stuff that came out yesterday. I'm going to guess that you have a beef with some sort of airport or airplanes coming back here the last couple.
Actually, it was pretty smooth. I'm just, the Denver airport is just so massive. And I was only on one concourse, but you could literally walk from one end of Concourse C to the other, and I think get a mile in. It seemed like it was forever. But
is that the one that is just like there's no different terminals? It's just you just keep going and going and going?
Well, they have Terminal A, B, and C,
Okay.
but C is where the Southwest flights originate out of. So, and it's like gates 1 through 70 something. And of course, if you want to travel beef, here's one for you. We landed at gate 67, and you got to walk all the way to gate 1 to get out of that place. So that would be one beef.
Well, you got your
the other beef with the hotel. The hotel that we stayed at dropped me off at Terminal 1, and I needed to be at Terminal 2. But if those are all my problems, I was in Minnesota at Minneapolis at MSP. But those are first world problems, honestly.
Yeah,
so,
you got your while you're walking.
I got my steps in though at Denver. I had 2.5 hour layover, so I just walked.
Well,
pulling a bag, being in the way, all those things.
I think people have plenty of beefs with the 2-2 record right now. I think my beef, because you didn't listen yesterday, but I think they're going to win this weekend. And I really actually believe that. I'm probably going to bet money on it too. But I think people have already, like you talked about after the Ole Miss game, you kind of got annoyed with people saying the season's over. There is more of a case to say that now after the 2 straight losses. But to me, it's still football season. It's not like that's a beef of mine is people that are just we're moving on to basketball and whatnot, because this game, again, it's the first time ever you get a chance to play Notre Dame. Lou Holt's going to be in the house. I mean, there's so many cool elements, so many factors that I think are going to make this a special game Saturday. Me and my dad figured out yesterday, I've been in a game with my dad in a Razorback game since War Memorial my senior year. I mean, it's been over a decade for us, so that's my fault. But to me, I think I've got a little – not to mean I think they're going to be good the rest of the season. I don't see how they get to bowl eligibility. I hope I'm wrong. But the idea that we should just, whatever, 8 games, we're done. Well, I just don't necessarily go there at that point.
The fine line between being great, because how would we define this team if they were 4-0? Everybody
Top
think
25,
they're pretty good.
Baby.
The fine line between great and now everybody thinks you're horrible is such a fine point because you're honestly 2 fumbles away from probably being 4-0. And particularly the Memphis game, you're winning that game. You're kicking a field goal. You're winning the game. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. The Ole Miss game, a little more in doubt. Some people feel, oh, you're certainly going to go score. Good likelihood. But the Memphis game, you're winning. You're winning without the fumble. At worst, you should be 3-1 at this point. And that, but now, some think, the season's over. You said they won't get bowl eligible. People are already forming lists of who the coach is going to be. Should we fire the AD? All these public conversations that are going on, all as a result of 2 costly plays.
Colton, you just put up a good thing on our video live stream from Jacob and Tammy. It says, I got beef with our non-giving effort in these games. We pack hustle and they're out of shape. This falls back on coaching. I know that's been talked about several times this week defensively. I mean, you have what I thought was and he probably maybe still is, Xavier Sori had 2 or 3 tackles in the backfield, and he got blown up on the goal line. And I was wondering if it was an injury, and then Sam Pittman kind of clarified that it wasn't on Monday after maybe alluding to it on Saturday. It's like if your best player is not making those plays and not leading that example, it's not necessarily going to reflect good on the rest of your football team.
And I don't know what y'all got into yesterday, but I understand the heat, and this was something that was kind of a common theme through his half hour, but it wasn't like it was 105 degrees in Memphis. I mean, you were there. How warm was it?
Wasn't that bad.
But how many times did that come up Monday in his comments about, I thought the heat was going to zap us and led to fatigue, and it was clear the defense wasn't running to the football. But we're not that far removed from practicing in some warm conditions. I know we hadn't had a ton of heat lately, but was that honestly the difference in the game? Was the temperature being 90 or 91 or whatever it was?
No.
I mean, get out of here with that. But so that would be one beef of mine is, if the team's out of shape, it wasn't because they're the heat. It's because you're out of shape.
It's not Baton Rouge, 102.
Exactly. So I'm not buying a lot of stock in that, but it was pretty clear just watching the game. I don't know if it's conditioning. I don't know if they're out of shape, but they're flying to the football on defense wasn't there.
All right, so we're 8 minutes in, and I want to get to the schedule stuff coming up, but one of the questions to kind of blend in the football stuff we're talking about, if you are done with, if you're one of those people in the camp of I'm done with football season, done with Sam Pittman, whatever the case, what is it going to take you to get back on? And for some of you, it's not even a Notre Dame win. Well, and that's the point. But how? Like, what wins? How many? Like, what is it going to take? If you have decided Sam Pittman is not best
now
for the University of Arkansas, and it starts on Saturday, that's an easy starting point. But what is it going to take you to get back with this football team, to get back with Sam Pittman, or are you just done? Are you know what, Ty? I've seen enough. 6 or 5 years and a fourth. Or 5 years and a third, I'm done. I've seen all I needed to see, which is fine. Lewis Automotive Group Hotline open, 877-377-6963.
2 of the next 3. What it would take for me.
2, okay.
So that's Notre Dame and then either Tennessee and Texas A&M.
Okay, quick little sidebar, though, here before we dive into this. What am I missing? When I got on the Bet Saracen app and the line's 3.5, I thought that was like a first-half number.
Move like this morning?
Well, that's what I saw, and I saw screenshots of it. People questioning it.
Was it 5.5 like yesterday?
Was it at 3.5 at one point? Because I saw screenshots. It's at 3.5. It's right here.
It started closer to a touchdown, but it has moved.
Okay. Arkansas is getting 3.5. What am I missing here?
I'm going to go
Notre Dame's terrible defense.
I'm going to go ahead and bet on the Arkansas money line.
Okay. So I'm looking right here.
So I quit losing odds because it's going the wrong direction for me in order to win money.
When I was looking at Bet Saracen and saw that, I'm like,
their defense is awful. They gave up 30 to Purdue. They gave up.
Have you seen ours?
But
have you seen ours?
Listen, I have no defense for Travis Williams' defense.
I mean, this is what right here, that gives me some hope because, listen, Ty, you're a pretty smart guy, but these people that set the odds,
flip that, Colton.
They're really smart. 3.5. That does that give you some hope that maybe this game's going to be closer than a lot of people are fearing on Saturday? I'm not quite buying into it, but I think it's interesting the betting line's at 3.5.
I just threw 75 on it, so
Big spender.
And I should have done it earlier because it started Colton. It started like 7.5.
6.5, I think was the opening
6.5.
line, closer to a touchdown.
And so it's around there. But no, that's a lot of Arkansas fans. Like I've gotten texts from friends and listeners and clients that think Arkansas is going to get pile drive this week, starting at 11 a.m. But again, Notre Dame has had the worst defense it's had under Marcus Freeman and really in several years. So you're going to be able to score, and that's the whole thing. So I don't expect, I could be wrong, if they go into Baton Rouge or Texas, those defenses might just put the clamps on Taylor in that offense. But you have an offense, outside of what we've seen, unfortunately, in the second half, which you were kind of talking about before the show, that has shown the capability to score and to score quickly.
It's only half the game.
Yeah, only half the game. 10 points in the last two halves.
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino and Taylor have to figure that out. But
So if one team makes better adjustments at halftime than the other, what's that tell you, Ty?
That's going to tell me that the other team's better and they're better coached, which we've seen. I mean, definitely in Oxford, you can make a case in Memphis this last week as well. But yeah, again, maybe if you're looking for positives, and like I said on Monday and Tuesday, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win this game on Saturday. The line keeps going the other way, but it did. If you want to say, well, Ty, it did in the Ole Miss game. That line started at 9.5. By the end, Colton, by Saturday, it was like 3 or 4. Maybe it was 5. I mean, it was pretty close. Arkansas did cover. You got it early in the week.
That was with the unknown of a quarterback, though. So
yeah, and you're not playing a backup. You're playing C.J. Carr, who's been pretty
good.
Pretty good thus far this season.
All right, opening drive coming up. We're live at Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. Come by, park right at the front door. Say hello this morning. We will be here till 11. The Fence Man, 782-3936 is the number. Custom fences built at your home or business. Powered automatic gates, controlled access for doors, for walk-through gates, for drive-through gates. Commercial and residential. If you want ornamental iron and fancy it up, they can do that. You want a razorback right in the middle of that gate, they can do that as well. It's all with the Fence Man. 782-3936, the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
And that's over now. I mean, if they're watching the show, and we know they are, they're sick to their stomach because you match what we have here, Greg, versus what we're seeing week to week there, and it doesn't match up. And I think it was a very smart decision by Commissioner Sankey and the leadership to finally put an end to it. There was a lot of things that went on that slowed it down, but this is a blockbuster schedule, and the league answers to no one anymore.
Yeah, and they were clear that this was to send a message to the College Football Playoff Committee and to set the precedent for college football. We're going to play the best games against the toughest opponents.
This is the opening drive.
So Chris Lowe reported earlier this week, Arkansas's permanent opponents, Texas, Missouri, and LSU. We got the official opponents for the next 4 years, 26 through 29. You've got those 3 opponents. At home this next season, you will play the Georgia Bulldogs, the South Carolina Gamecocks, Tennessee Volunteers, the LSU Tigers, and the Missouri Tigers. Your road trips, you'll go back to Austin in 26. You'll go to the Plains, Jordan-Hare Stadium, and take on Auburn. Texas A&M, you haven't been to College Station since 2020, I guess, when you did the COVID thing. And then Vanderbilt, which I think the last time you've been to Nashville, Tommy, was when Tyler came back and beat him in 2011, if I remember that right. You played him under Morris and lost that game, but I think
that's right.
I think that's right. So that's the setup for next season. Obviously, the games at hand are more important than the remaining 8, but you at least know the next 4 years what your opponents look like.
Quick takeaways. You go to Texas 2 years in a row because you're going this year and next. Missouri comes here 2 years in a row. LSU being added as a permanent opponent. I don't know that. Who would you rather play, LSU or Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
You don't get OU now until the 27 season. You'll go there. You avoid Alabama again next year after not playing them the last 2. You won't play them next year either. So that tells me they'll be really, really good in 2027 when you get them back on the schedule. So, I think it's a tough job. I know people want to blame the league, and everyone's going to feel to a degree that you didn't get an edge or you got some disfavor from the scheduling. But 9 games, it's going to be brutal. Plus a trip to Utah.
You're always just going to have a tough schedule. I look at this next year, and I think it's great. I mean, you got big dogs in Georgia and Tennessee and LSU coming. I know you hadn't played South Carolina in a minute, so you get them. Missouri, that's a game you have at home. The road tests are like Nashville. Auburn's not an easy place to play. Neither is College Station or Texas. But you're just going to have difficult road games every year. Now, you mentioned the Ole Miss game. You played the Rebels, I guess, 40-plus straight seasons, being that they kept you on even past the SEC West. You were part of their schedule. You
don't play either team in Mississippi next year.
Yeah,
I think that's another thing where, that's been a 1992 forward. You played both most years and at least one.
You know what? I hope they do, because Oklahoma and Ole Miss are currently matched up right now with one another. I hope they give us Oklahoma and Ole Miss, and they switch out Texas and LSU in 2030, because this is a 4-year thing.
Right.
And one of the criterias for this was proximity. And again, you're not playing the school in Norman every year. Ole Miss is closer than Austin. It's closer than Baton Rouge. I would like to see Ole Miss and Oklahoma switched out for LSU and Texas in 4 years.
I agree.
In 2030, I said.
Now, you get Oklahoma on the road in 27, not next year, in 27. Then you get Oklahoma in Fayetteville in 2029. You do not play them in 2028. So if that was added in 2030 as a permanent opponent, you'd at least have
Is that not odd that
4 or 5 year run with them.
Why do you not? I saw that too. Why would you not put them on the following year?
Because you've got a rotation with your 6 you've got a rotation with your 6 non-permanent opponents. So basically, you get them every other year,
okay.
and then it flips home and away.
Okay. So I anticipated that you would get the opponent home 1 year and road the next, but they're switching it.
The six rotate because you've got
26 locations.
12 other opponents. I mean, 16 minus yourself leaves 15 minus 3 is 12. You just flip flop those other 6 every other year.
Colton, what'd you say?
26. The locations for 2026 will flip, and they'll be the opposite place in 2028, and 2027 locations will flip in 2029.
Right.
And with those 2 years, you can play all the other teams.
Correct.
When is and this is probably a better question for Clay, which, funny enough, the last time I've been to Richard's Country Meat Market, here we're live this morning, so I got Clay a gift card here because he helped me out, did something nice. When is the last
surprised.
time? Don't put me in that. When is the last time that you've been to Norman and played a football game?
Arkansas?
Yeah.
I don't know that Arkansas
has they ever.
I'd have to look that up. Arkansas and Oklahoma have only played.
It's sparingly.
Look, I mean, I've got my computer on our streaming here. I think it's 4 or 5 times total, and it's mainly Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl. There may have been one. You may have went by train in 1912 and played, but I mean, in the modern era, I don't think you've played over there. Now, I haven't been to a game over there since 2000. I think it was 2002. Alabama came in there and played. Arkansas was off or something that weekend. So I went to that game, and it was an awesome atmosphere. And if you watched the game last week with Auburn, or if you've watched recent, they've done a ton of renovations. They've done some expanding of the stadium, at least from a television standpoint. It looks great.
The last time you played Norman, Oklahoma was 1926.
Okay, so you went by train.
Yeah, back in the day. Speaking of Oklahoma, did you see the news about John Mateer?
Yes, the hand surgery.
That's such a bummer. Apparently he messed up. What was it? His thumb, Colton, or his finger in the first quarter, and he played through. Yeah. He played through it. That's a tough cookie. He plays through it the rest of the game and ends up leading that game-winning drive in the fourth quarter. And listen, I know you're not an Oklahoma fan, but that kid
pain medication's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
Ty.
that kid is fun to watch. So Oklahoma's
some high-end lidocaine.
Well, they got. Let's see, who do they have this week? I got to look that up. Who they've got this week? And they've got Texas. You mentioned the Cotton Bowl. They've got Texas in 2 or 3 weeks, but I forget who Oklahoma plays this weekend.
Whole schedule right here, but Oklahoma this week. Nothing like doing live radio here. They are off. They have an off week on the 27th. They play Kent State and Norman before they play Texas and Dallas.
And Sooner Scoop's reporting he's going to be out 3 weeks. So
he's going to miss the Texas game.
The Texas game. And that Hawkins kid is not beating Texas. Is not beating that defense.
3 seems light. I don't know how you come back in 3 weeks from something that required surgery on your hand.
I don't know, man.
Can the bone heal that fast?
What'd you say? Pain medication's a wonderful
Well,
thing.
but what you don't want to do is further injure it. But I mean, they're going to rely on their defense, which they always do, but they'll rely on it even more. They're a different team without him. I saw yesterday they have the third most difficult schedule in college football moving forward. That's not a good sign with I
want to say outside of Kent State, every one of their opponents are ranked. Now, Arkansas is in a similar situation. Outside of Mississippi State, every one of their opponents are ranked the rest of the way.
South Carolina might be the one that's not. Live at Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue. Get your order in for the weekend, 443-0000 here at Richards Country Meat Market. Hey, APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group. My brother loves Richards. He works at APAC. He comes over here like twice a week. But if you're needing high-quality aggregates, top-quality sand, rock, gravel, or ready-mix concrete or asphalt, that's what they do at APAC and Standard Materials Group. Plus, they have construction consultant services that can help you get your job planned and keep it on track as well. 479-587-3300 is the number. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Got a chance to hear from some players last night prior to this Notre Dame game. We'll get into that and then get back into this schedule of Arkansas's permanent opponents and the next 4 years.
Streaming live from HitThatLine.com. This is Tony Bua, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Protect what matters most with the Fenceman. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fenceman's got Fort Smith covered. The Fenceman has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fenceman. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fenceman. He ain't afraid of no work.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother. They're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef, It's What's for Dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. Courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
The mullet talk was spreading through the hotel, and he had just made reference that it wasn't actually a mullet, that was just an Arkansas waterfall.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the end of summer clearance at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, get $1,000 your way when you drive away in the road-ready certified pre-owned car of your choice. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Get an extra discount, extra for your trade, or buy that special someone a gift to make up for not talking to them about the new truck in the driveway. We got your back. $1,000 to use however you like. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you tired of bulky, embarrassing dentures? At River Valley Smile Center, we offer fixed hybrid dentures, a permanent solution that looks and feels more natural than traditional dentures. They're secure, comfortable, and never come out. Most procedures can be completed right here in our office with sedation. No need for referrals. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced techniques, and digital workflow, we provide the best possible outcomes. Financing is also available. Call us at River Valley Smile Center today at 479-646-0706 or visit us at rivervalleysmiles.com.
Want pavement protection that goes the distance? Seal-Tite of Oklahoma now offers Rhino-Tite Premium Asphalt Emulsified Sealant, the next level in driveway and parking lot care. Healthier for the environment, Rhino-Tite delivers superior defense against weather, UV rays, and wear and tear. With its high solids content, you'll get a smoother, stronger, longer-lasting driving surface. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor buying in bulk, Seal-Tite has the products and support you need. Visit SealTiteOklahoma.com today and protect your pavement with Rhino-Tite.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. Ew, yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
He loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down. This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, whoop it, do it. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
I think the main message for the most part is just, flushing with whatever happened. Like, yeah, we're not supposed to go out there and, lose to Memphis, but it happened. Like,
hold on, what did Stephen Dix say?
We're not supposed to go out there and, lose to Memphis.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Stephen Dix. What he had to say last night, Arkansas linebacker. He and the team know that. I know it's a really good group of 5 team, and I know they've been really successful under Ryan Silverfield the last few years, but those players know that. Do they expect to win on Saturday? I don't know, but I appreciate him saying that last night when talking about it. He wasn't even prompted that question. He just kind of out of the blue said it when talking with the media last night.
So, the way to make people forget about it or start forgetting about it is you win this week, right? W's are the only way you're going to get past this point, where everyone believes the sky is falling. Again, I go back to something we started the show with, the very fine line between, what would be considered really goodness, near greatness, and horrible is 2 fumbles. And if we were 4-0, the state would be on fire right now.
Can we clarify?
We'd be demanding being ranked higher. And right now, everybody, part of the fan base wants to fire the coach.
We need to clarify something because you kind of alluded to it earlier. I think they were going to win that game last week if Washington didn't fumble the football. Let's be honest. They weren't winning that game in Oxford. They weren't stopping him if they had kicked a field goal at the end of that game. Chambliss had ripped you up all game long. Pittman was talking about it in the press conference, and I kind of looked around to see if any media was like, because he kept saying everyone knew we were going to win that game until we fumbled it. And I kind of looked around and was like, I don't know if I necessarily believe that way, but I get where you're going. The fine line that Arkansas faces game in, game out, or one turnover one miscue can affect your entire season. We've seen it right in front of our eyes the last 2 weeks.
It happened at Oklahoma State last year.
Yep.
You know, shouldn't have lost that game. I mean, that's the story of the last 15 since the motorcycle wreck. That's the story of the program. I mean, really. I mean, what plagued Bielema? What plagued John L? Lost to UL Monroe. Shouldn't have lost that game. Bielema had games with leads that he couldn't sustain. Same thing we're seeing. It's not just a one-coach thing. This didn't just arrive with Sam Pittman 6 years ago. This has been going on for a decade and a half.
Yeah, it's pretty. Colton, I know you've seen this. What are they? 17-40, 17-41 in one-score games since 2012. I think it's right around there. So,
but look at all the games we've been in, Ty.
Well, the competition.
That's 57 games we've been competitive in.
Again, this is not a.
That's the Shafarian view on it.
This is the SEC is not a participation trophy league. Hunter's right; they have been competitive. They just haven't found a way to win most of these games. But hopefully that changes on Saturday. Arkansas softball is going to be playing their game on Sunday now, doubleheader on Sunday now, apparently, at Bogle Park. They're taking on Harding Academy, so it's always, not Harding Academy, Harding University, so it's always cool to see.
These are exhibition games.
Exhibition games this weekend. So there's a lot going on. We've talked about it, just kind of leading up and everything else.
It's their version of fall ball.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, which you got the baseball team as well with some stuff going on this weekend that we'll get into as well. All right, that is your hog update. We're live at Richards Country Meat Market this morning. Our hog update is always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Did you hear the Brandon Marcello cut from earlier this week by chance?
I didn't hear the cut. I did read a post on it.
I'm going to play this clip again because he's since clarified some things.
A year ago, I'll say this. There was a lot of reluctance about Bobby Petrino taking over as interim head coach if that opportunity came to be, if Sam Pittman was fired. I was told even at the time that Travis Williams, the defensive coordinator, would most likely be the interim coach. Fast forward to now, the weakness of that team is by far the defense. There's a lot more push for maybe Petrino should be the interim head coach. And I will tell you, from people I've spoken to, Bobby Petrino's been working them phones, baby.
All right, so he says that on podcast earlier this week, and then he's put this out on social media since. Brandon writes for 24/7 and CBS. Sam Pittman and Bobby Petrino are close. They help each other out a lot. They're trying to fix the Hogs. Petrino is not undercutting. Many I've talked to believe now he's the logical choice for an interim is needed. So you've got everything going on. You're dealing with your Sam Pittman in this report. And again, Brandon's, as I said yesterday, is a credible college football reporter. That doesn't mean he can't be wrong or he's told something else. I don't think he's going to put it out there unless it's pretty highly scored.
Sometimes you just overstate stuff.
Okay. You think in this case he did?
I only Brandon could answer that. But, I don't know. I mean, what does working the phones mean? Does that mean making one phone call? What define that? What is working the phones? I mean, if you're in the sales department, what does working the phones mean to you? I mean, I would need more context, more clarification on that. But I don't think we have a coup in place going on. I don't believe that either.
I am curious to see what ends up happening in terms of this offense and this weekend. You're talking about in the second half. We talk about Petrino all he won, the success they've had. But second half wise, we'll see if they can score on Marcus Freeman and Chris Ash's defense come about, 2 o'clock on Saturday.
All right, more coming up from Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. We're just a block off College. Come by and see us. Check them out online if you're at work right now, richardscountrymeatmarket.com. We're brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, 25 locations around our state to take care of you. They can help you with all the financing options you need to remodel your home, maybe build a brand new one from ground up, or if you're looking to buy acreage as well and you need financing for that, Farm Credit is the choice. Go to myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com for Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back. Again, we're live at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville this Wednesday morning.
Just say, Alexa, play ESPN Arkansas.
ESPN Arkansas from TuneIn.
This is former Razorback kicker Zach Hawker. You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Just watching her blonde hair sunburn stare at them white cats rolling over. Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother. They're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's What's for Dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. Courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef. It's What's for Dinner.
We come here to win. We never expect to lose.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the end of summer clearance at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, get $1,000 your way when you drive away in the road-ready certified pre-owned car of your choice. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Get an extra discount, extra for your trade, or buy that special someone a gift to make up for not talking to them about the new truck in the driveway. We got your back. $1,000 to use however you like. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
Right now, someone in a Hardee's kitchen is about to make you a morning person. Loading up our omelet biscuit with sausage, ham, and applewood smoked bacon stacked on a fluffy made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. Or making a home-style loaded burrito. All that breakfast in a tortilla with crispy hash browns. Good morning, morning person, from Hardee's Country. Download the app and join my rewards for 20% off any breakfast purchase of $10 or more. Registration and minimum $10 purchase required. See app for terms.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Dad, the driveway looks dirty. Ew, yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
The Crane Automotive team has 16 locations across Arkansas and is home to the Crane Commitment. You'll find Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and access to thousands of pre-owned vehicles. Vehicles for every lifestyle and every budget. Even if you're not in the market for a vehicle, the Crane Team Service Centers offer the latest in vehicle diagnostic technology and certified technicians to take care of your vehicle and get you back on the road. Check them out at craneteam.com. The Ruskin and Zach studios are driven by the Crane Automotive team.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
College football's not for the weak or the meek, and essentially we're seeing a coach fired on average every week right now through the season. UCLA, Tech fired Brent Pry, and then yesterday we get the news that Mike Gundy is going to hasn't stepped down, has been let go at Oklahoma State.
$15 million.
Ty, Morning Rush Daily Question. Does this trend continue? Do we see 12, 15 coaches let go this year? Because the narrative coming into the season was they ain't got no money. Rev share, the uncertainty, what are you going to do? How does ADs and college presidents and chancellors, how do they handle this moving forward? Because what'd you say, $15 million for his buyout?
Yeah, Gundy's.
It's not cheap to fire coaches. We're in the most expensive time for institutions to run their athletic departments. Is this a trend that continues, or we just what do we make of the timing of these early dismissals?
I mean, I think Billy Napier's going to be let go. There could be a chance for Mark Stoops. I mean, I would say that there's at least one SEC head coach that's going to be like, I mean, Sam Pittman's not safe right now. I think everyone knows that. So yeah, last week was kind of a stalemate. You didn't have any SEC head coaches that were fired, and now I think you'll see it not just in the SEC but in college football, because now you kind of have I think ADs and administrators have a better idea of cost and everything, and they maybe budget out. But I think you'll see this. Maybe not as common as you've seen it in the past, but it's definitely going to be. You're going to see it pop up more than last year.
Discussion for another day, but I'll be interested to see when UCLA hires a coach, Virginia Tech hires a coach, Oklahoma State, and these others. What's the buyout situation? What's the structure of these contracts with these coaches? Do they have these guaranteed contracts in place, or is there going to be a shift in the way coaches are compensated during their time as head coach and then following any kind of separation? I think that's an interesting trend that could change in college athletics.
Colton, what's the deal? VTech is revamping their athletics department, and they're moving.
Got $50 million bucks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's going to be some restructuring. We've already seen some restructuring, but that is obviously going to play into this head coaching job. I don't know what UCLA's financials look like out there, but. I think that's definitely ADs are maybe not going to be as willing, and presidents and board of trustee members to sign these outrageous buyout clauses that they've been kind of forced to in the past because.
But Big Ten, ACC, Big 12. If Florida comes open, if Kentucky comes up, what will be their structure? I think Big Ten and SEC structures on contracts may be a little different than maybe some of the other leagues. All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily Question, and it's brought to you by CartPath Social.
Yeah, number one indoor golf destination in Arkansas. Christian Olson, Nate Garahan, they are partnering with Rogers Public Schools. I'm actually heading there later this afternoon to donate for the Dignity Closet Drive. They're collecting different products, personal care, hygiene, household essentials to help out kids in that community, whether they're eventually going to go to Roger Heritage or they're at Rogers High School and they're in Mountie. They're helping out both schools and both middle schools and elementaries as well. 122 Grant Place in Lowell is where you're going to find CartPath Social. They want to help out their community, and they're doing the best they can. Stop by and see them if you want to donate. And for the best indoor golf in Arkansas, you're going to find it at CartPath Social.
You would assume at Richards Country Meat Market that Richard's the man in charge. Or maybe if you've been here before, you think Chris is probably the person that runs this place. Ty, I've actually found who's in charge here. And it's Audrey.
Is it Audrey?
It's Audrey. Audrey is the person that really makes Richards what it is. And she is Richard's granddaughter, and she is kind enough to join us now. Audrey, how are things going here as we get ready for Notre Dame this week?
It's going great. We're definitely busy, and we're definitely noticing the crowds are coming in and getting ready for the football game. We're excited for everybody to come get some good food.
So what's popular this week? What do people want on the grill this week for Notre Dame?
Our gourmet burgers and brats and steaks are always our most popular items for football games, and then we have everything to go with it.
Now tell me about the gourmet burgers. I mean, what makes it gourmet?
It makes it gourmet. We add seasoning for you. We add cheese. We add peppers. We add all kinds of stuff that you don't have to do when you're throwing them on the grill. It's already ready to go. So.
Now, my brother is a regular here. He works just down the road. He's here like twice a week. And y'all have done it because he made them for me once, like a half blend of ground bacon and hamburger meat.
Yep.
And we had a cookout at his house. It was the most incredible burger you'll ever eat.
Good.
Unbelievable. So, and, of course, the potato salad. Ty, you've had the potato salad here, hadn't you?
Be lying if I told you I have.
Oh, we got to fix that.
That's my.
You haven't had the potato salad here?
No. Is it mayonnaise or mustard based, Audrey?
Both.
Both.
We got both.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mayonnaise is the famous one, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's the one you're known
It's
for.
my dad's go-to.
We got to get this man some potato salad and a fork and get him to try it. Hey, that's the thing I noticed. I went in. We got some cookies earlier. Those were delicious. But if you get here and you need an onion, or you need a pepper, or you need something to you don't have to go to the grocery store once you leave here to get everything else. You've got most everything right here.
Yep. We got everything that you need to go with your meal and your meat, and so it's a one-stop shop for sure.
So you got 50 million items in there. What is your favorite one in the entire store? If you have to pitch it to someone, Audrey, what is it?
Probably a ribeye steak is probably my favorite item in the whole store.
Bone in or no bone in?
No bone in.
Really?
Yep. But our
How
cookies
thick?
are second. Oh, probably inch.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, for my birthday, probably 2 inches.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we had
Don't tell me well done, though.
No.
Oh, okay.
Tommy.
We're getting ready to have a problem.
Yeah.
Tommy got a couple cookies already this morning. As you see,
Yes.
we've scarfed them down. We're saving the other two for the second hour as well.
Awesome.
But again, the whole thing's here. Like you said, you don't even have to go anywhere else.
And that's the cool thing. You can come in and talk to Richard or Chris or Audrey, and if you want a 2-inch thick bone-in ribeye, well, they'll just cut one right here for you.
Yep,
I mean,
everything's
you don't see it in the
just how you
counter.
like. Yep.
You don't, if you want a New York strip and you want it a certain way, you just do it. And the cool thing is you can just call ahead, and y'all can have it ready. Front door parking, so it's not like going to the big stores or somewhere. You don't have to walk, 10 feet here to get to the front door.
Yep.
So that's really convenient. 443-0000. You answer the phone.
Me and Chris, yes.
You and Chris. So you can call, you can talk to Audrey this morning. Their website's great, too, richardscountrymeatmarket.com, and they got all the flavor for your grill. Fresh kebabs. She mentioned the gourmet burgers. Bacon wrapped fillets. I bet those are popular,
Oh,
too.
yes. Yep. That's probably one of our most popular steaks.
All right,
sure.
so come by and see us. We're going to be here till 11 at Richards Country Meat Market. Their seasonings, they've got a variety of seasonings they make in-house, too, Ty. You got to try those because whether it's they got a coffee-based rub that you can put on steaks.
Yep, coffee, garlic, and 50-50 the
Coffee,
two together.
garlic,
Yep.
That's good. You can put it on about anything.
Do we call the ribeye you just mentioned? Did they say they want the Audrey special 2-inch? If
They
need
can.
it?
Yeah. So what? Oh, seafood too. I was noticing that y'all have got plenty of fresh seafood selections. Not just boiled shrimp or shrimp you can go do for a shrimp boil. You got a lot of variety in seafood.
Yes, lots of fresh salmon, cod, catfish we have every single week, and then we add a couple every other week and mix it up. So.
All right. How's Grandpa for a boss?
He's great. He's kept me around this long.
Are you just saying that because he's right there? He's
Yeah.
within earshot?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we pray you will come back and talk to us some more.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So come by and meet Audrey, meet her family, Richard and Chris. They are. It's a true family business. Those aren't easy to find anymore, but you got 3 generations right here on spot. You can come see Richard. He's here, and Chris and Audrey today, and you can get exactly what you want for tonight or this weekend. I think you ought to do a Friday night cookout, Ty, and then Saturday. Just kind of do an all-day grazing.
Yeah, you just that's a full 40, and then you have Sunday as well for NFL football. Right. So full weekend ahead.
All right, we got to get this man some potato salad.
Yes.
We got to get him some potato. He's never had the potato salad here. We got We got to rectify this. All right, Audrey, we'll talk to you next hour.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. If you're hungry and you're at your desk and you're not near us right now, just go to richardscountrymeatmarket.com. Call Audrey at 479-443-0000. They'll even bring it out to the car for you at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville.
All right, so on the subject of Richards Country Meat Market, more beefs this morning. You can get them in. Lewis Automotive Group hotline still open for you. Richard Davenport's going to join us coming up in hour number 2. Tommy, I don't pretend to know the ins and outs of everything with our sewage system across the state, but I feel like there's just certain pockets around here in Fayetteville that are like the water just does not go where it's supposed to go.
Oh, you're talking about storm drainage?
Yeah, storm drainage.
Man, we've had so much rain, though. I mean, coming down at one time that I don't know how.
Just nothing to do that. It shouldn't even be a beef of mine. I just feel like yesterday I was driving around campus and I felt bad for I saw this mom at Wilson Park that was just getting drenched. I was almost like, do I need to stop and ask her if she needs a ride home? And then I saw some other college students that were in like shorts and just getting soaked. But it seemed like
you know what that tells me, Colton? She wasn't pretty enough for Tyre.
No, I just like
that's exactly what that's telling me.
It's not. Oh, geez, Luke, don't put me in that spot. But that being said,
she'd have been a 10. He'd have been out there with an umbrella.
I felt like that we hit. I'm going to avoid this. I felt like that. I hit so many puddles yesterday, and there were so many spots that just are not draining well. So is that just because?
I landed in Tulsa last night at like 9:45. Got in my car at 10. Got down the turnpike pretty easy. Got to I-40, and the bottom dropped out between, I don't know, towards Vian and Salisaw, who had some bad wind yesterday. And I was slowed down to like 35, 40 miles an hour. It was. I mean, the roads were covered. I felt like I was going to hydroplane.
Is that just a nothing you can do situation that?
I mean, it's just terrible.
Well, I'm saying, fellas, is there no way to rectify that? Go ahead, Cole.
Real quick, fellas, I have a weather beef as well. Because of all the weather that was happening last night, there was some pretty big storms in the area in which that I live. And so I was trying to check one of my news apps to see what was going on. And before I could get a report, I had to watch a 90-second ad that was unskippable before I could figure out whether there was a tornado in my direct path. There wasn't.
I thought you were going to tell me Landry didn't. He didn't.
He didn't mind the storms at all. They put him right to sleep. They put him right to sleep. It was perfect.
Yeah. Well, it was a deluge there for a while. I was just happy to get home. I was worried that the weather was going to delay the flight or redirect the flight and something, but. Glad we got home. Hey, Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, are at the entrance to Riley Farms. They provide every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. They also do same-day crowns, and they do the snore guard. And if you mentioned you heard the snore guard and about that right here on the Morning Rush, they will give you a $300 discount. 479-226-3500 for any type of dental care and procedure you may need, or the snore guard. That's 226-3500, or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Just got a text from my old college roommate. Says Richards is goated, by the way. So if you haven't stopped by and see us, we're going to be here for the next hour. They're getting you ready for this Arkansas-Notre Dame game this weekend here at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. We're going to have Richard Davenport join us in hour number 2. Stay with us here on the Morning Rush. ESPN Arkansas, a little What's Your Beef Wednesday.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother. They're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef, It's What's for Dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. Courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, It's What's for Dinner.
Hey, this is Chad Warner, product manager for Booyah Bait Company in Fort Smith, Arkansas. The hottest swim jig on the Arkansas River right now is the Booyah Mobster. It was designed by the Muddy Water Mob, a bunch of river rats from Arkansas and Oklahoma, and it's winning tournaments on Dardanelle and Kerr like clockwork. If you're fishing submerged vegetation, water willow, lily pads, you need a Booyah Mobster to reel them in. Available at lurenet.com and tackle stores throughout Arkansas and Oklahoma, the Booyah Mobster.
This is the Morning Rush.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richards paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
TGI Fridays in Fort Smith, where football fans win with 50-cent wings all day, every Monday and Thursday. Just 50-cent wings, boneless or traditional, with a 10-piece minimum. It's perfect for Monday night and Thursday night football. Also, don't forget TGI Fridays' brand new steakhouse menu. Hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, juicy 8-ounce bacon-wrapped fillets, and loaded baked potatoes. Big groups are always welcome after the game, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays. Come hungry, leave happy. TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
It's football season, and that means tailgate parties and gathering with friends. River Point Wine and Spirits has all your favorite party supplies. You'll love our clean, organized store full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits. Grand Avenue and I-540.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home, quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, moderate to heavy rain still a factor at times. Our high temperatures this afternoon will be in the upper 70s to near 80. Chance of seeing some showers and storms across the north tonight. The overnight low will drop down into the low 60s. And then a few leftover lingering showers Thursday, highs on Thursday, upper 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grant Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The worldwide leader in sports, ESPN 95.3.
If your child goes down the street and somebody makes fun of him because he dropped a pass in a pickup game or says he's fat and he comes home crying to his mom, you'd understand. But you haven't had that. But someday you will. And when your child comes home, you'll understand. If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right thing. You don't downgrade him because he does everything right and may not play as well on Saturday. And you let us make that decision. That's why I don't read the newspaper, because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage, attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me or our coaches. Don't write about a kid that does everything right, that's heart's broken, and then say that the coaches said he was scared. That ain't true.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
And produced by Colton Little.
This is The Morning Rush.
Crazy to believe that rant was nearly 20 years ago. You pointed out, or right around the time that they let go of Mike Gundy, which were yesterday, Oklahoma State and Gundy had parted ways. So it looks like $15 million from the buyouts. He's been there. He's one of the longest tenured coaches in college football. I think Kurt Ferentz still holds that number one spot, but the Gundy era in Stillwater's over as of yesterday.
Yep, so that's 3 Power 4 openings, UCLA, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma State. Am I missing anybody else in the Power 4? I don't think I am.
I know Florida isn't open yet, but Florida's open.
So, are we going to keep up with the firing a week? More or less, that's what we're seeing right now in the early stages of college football. We're live this morning at Richards Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. We'll tell you more about everything going on here at Richards, including their house-made sausages and brats. Ties in there during the break, looking around. The variety of – here's the bratwurst selection. They got the regular bratwurst, a Cajun, a cheddar bratwurst, beer and bacon bratwurst, apple, mushroom and Swiss, and a smoky jalapeno cheddar brat. That's just the bratwurst. They got
just the bratwurst.
Italian sausages, sweet Italian, hot Italian, Italian with peppers and cheese, and then Richard's Italian with Parmesan and wine. And then they had another one that they make in house. And they got hot links and boudin and andouille and Polish and but they had one in there, and I don't think it's on this list. It was a bacon cheeseburger, had bacon, ground beef, obviously, and it had pickles in it too. So I may have to get some of them to take home and put on the grill myself. Richards Country Meat Market, online, richardscountrymeatmarket.com. Quick word for Oaklawn Sports. If you haven't downloaded the Oaklawn Sports app, be sure and do that now in the Apple or Google Play Store and take advantage of the Oaklawn Sports new player offers that include your chance to get $1,000 in bonus bets. You receive a second chance on your first bet each of your first 10 days, up to $100 per day for up to $1,000 in bonus bets. New and existing customers can get the 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays and same-game parlays and earn a profit boost of up to 10%. Get all the details with the Oaklawn Sports app. Download it now. Funding and withdrawing your balance and options has never been easier than it is now with Oaklawn Sports. Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
I think that's what any college game. When you're at home, you're in your environment. You used to the people around you. You got the positive energy and all that great stuff. So I think it kind of be similar to like Tennessee last year.
I don't know. I'm curious. Before we talk to Richard, Tommy, I was talking to a season ticket holder yesterday. He's going to the lake this weekend. He's not going to the game. He's giving up his tickets. I was talking to another season ticket holder that They gave up his suite for the game. I mean, what's your kind of?
He sold his suite for
Yeah,
the game.
he sold it,
That was a financial decision. I don't know who it is, but I promise you that was a financial decision.
They made some money, but like, what is the? I mean, we're going. What is the sense that you've gotten from some listeners and friends of yours about this game? We're a month and a half ago, man, they were gung-ho, and now it's just kind of like,
It's an event. It's still Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We're still going to see a full house. I don't think we'll have a record crowd because 11 a.m. and because it's 2-2. If it was a 4-0 Arkansas team, it'd be the hardest ticket since USC in 06. But it's not going to be that. It'd be on the Texas level as far as difficulty in finding a quality ticket at a reasonable price. But it's not going to be that. But it's still Notre Dame. It's what I believe is a true once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Arkansas to host Notre Dame in their stadium. I don't think we'll see this again probably at least another generation. I mean, I don't think you're going to see this anytime soon.
I agree.
And so I think a lot of people, you don't want to miss out on the moment. Disappointed in the season a little bit. So it's disappointing it's at 11 a.m. But I haven't talked to anybody that's not going because of the outcome of the last two games. My buddies and the people I'm talking, they want to see more fire and emotion from this team. They want to see it from the leader of the team, and Sam Pittman. They feel like there's too much of a not on the log approach.
Can I ask you on that? So that we have kicked that around, especially the last 2 days. Like he looked tired at his presser on Monday, and I don't know. And again, he's not exactly the fire and brimstone coach in a press conference. I don't know what it's like in the locker room because I'm not there. But does that irritate you or frustrate you when you feel like – because that's not – I don't think that's necessarily reality, but people want to just pile on and be like, well, Sam's not ticked off. So it's –
I don't need a I'm a man, I'm 40
rant.
Come after me rant from Sam Pittman. But where my buddies are coming from is, hey, on the sideline when someone makes an obvious mistake to anybody in the world to see it, show us a little fire. Show us a little passion. When it was obvious they had missed that pass interference call, get after somebody. I think people. It just seems like when the camera comes back to Sam during the game, too often it's calm, cool, and collected, which is generally what you want when things aren't going well. And listen. You can get mad, and you can jump up and down on conference room tables, and you can raise hell all you want. It doesn't always make a difference. I mean, we got a lot of people listening that own businesses and run businesses and lead teams. Is getting mad and pounding your fist on the table, does it produce the immediate result you want?
Depends on who the employee is.
Generally
who the player
not.
Is. Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta express that emotion to get the point across. Sometimes it has to come at a different volume level. Football is an emotion-based game, and I think sometimes this team, from the outside looking in, watching from the television in your living room through the TV, it appears a little bit emotionless at times on the sideline.
Well, you can definitely say that about the defense through a couple of these games this fall. Hopefully you'll see some emotion being back at their home stadium like Quincy was talking about this upcoming game.
But I don't know, just raising hell and throwing coolers and throwing your headset on the ground is going to
do it.
Going to fix anything.
That's fair.
It'll make people feel better. I don't know that it's going to fix anything.
Let's talk to our buddy Richard Davenport here on the Morning Rush.
Do you know what the preservation room is for?
Delicious jams and jellies?
No.
Richard Davenport on the Morning Rush is brought to you by House of Webster. From the heart of Arkansas, House of Webster delivers top-tier jams, jellies, and sauces with a flavor you can't find anywhere else.
All right, RD. We'll get to some more of the football coming up. I do want to ask you first. I think Arkansas, unfortunately, has had a few decommits lately between Javon Gilmore, Bryce Gilmore, and now the latest in Javion Martin. What can you tell us about this? Is this something that's been in the works, or is this just more recent? What's kind of gone on these last few games?
I think Bryce Gilmore, the offensive lineman who committed to Texas Tech soon after decommitting from Arkansas. I think you can kind of read between the lines there.
Yeah.
And then with Javon Gilmore, after he withdrew from school and he was splitting time with another quarterback. I don't think Arkansas was too pleased with that, so Arkansas made the decision to go separate ways. Javion Martin, I think this has been in the works for a little bit. Again, I don't know for sure, but I suspect that maybe NIL may be popping up again here. So, again, I think that I know a lot of people were frustrated with Hunter and what he said at the Little Rock Touchdown Club, but I think you're seeing that all that stuff play out right now.
Richard, this weekend, big game. First time you've been in Fayetteville since August 30th, and I know the SEC, there's a lot more SEC on SEC games this week, so you're competing a lot of your opponents for recruits in town. Any idea of maybe the number of recruits that Sam Pittman and his staff will get a chance to host this weekend?
Don't have a firm idea just yet. Usually Wednesday night, sometime Thursday, I have a better idea, but I'm going to guess, because it is Notre Dame, normally an 11 o'clock game, you may have 30, 40 kids. I suspect 50 to 60 kids. That's just somewhat of an educated guess. But we'll see how that plays out. Quinn Kalafis, I was practicing his name earlier, and I had it down pat. Then I get on the air and I can't do it. But anyway, he's the 27 quarterback from Florida who's committed to Arkansas. He just tweeted, a few hours ago that he's going to be there. Ty McCoy, a 28th offensive lineman who has several offers, including Arkansas, is going to be there. It's going to be a good list. I don't know how good it will be just because of the 11 o'clock kickoff, but there'll be a good turnout.
Yeah. Richard, as you've followed tweets and posts and Instagrams with the players you're covering, and maybe been on the phone with a coach or two in high school or some parents, what's the reaction been after the last 2 weeks? Has it dampened the mood for people's appetite for Arkansas, or do we put too much in the outcome and maybe the brutal way some of these games have ended? Has it put water on the campfire at all in your estimate?
Well, I'm sure there's questions because obviously what's going on social media and rumors out there. Obviously I don't think it's a good situation if you're recruiting for Arkansas right now. But at the same time, obviously that could change, kind of like last year against Tennessee. We'll see what happens. If they can pull it out against Notre Dame, which if they can tighten up the defense, they're fully capable of that. But at the same time, the only way to change the overall thinking around the program, and like Sam said, is to start winning, and they have to do that. But I think recruits can read the room pretty good and see that after a losing season 2 seasons ago and last year, finished up on a good note as far as beating Texas Tech in the Liberty Bowl, but it was still somewhat a disappointing season. And then you go 2-2 and have the 2 fumbles at the end of the game that obviously could have, you held on to the ball, could have easily been 4-0 possibly. We just don't know. But it's the same thing. Like last year, 1-6 last year when they lost the turnover margin. Well, guess what the situation is this year? They got to do something about the turnovers.
Yeah. We saw Mike Gundy part ways with Oklahoma State a day ago. Virginia Tech has fired their coach. UCLA's done the same. There's more to come, as common sense and reasoning would lead you to believe. What do you think these ADs and these school leaders, why pull the trigger this early? What's the message they're trying to send, in your opinion, when they make a move as early as mid-September?
Only thing I can guess is that they're talking to agents, and obviously they're not talking to head coaches or other coaches elsewhere, or shouldn't be. But you can obviously talk to agents and start trying to figure out what clients of theirs would be interested. But I don't see a huge advantage of making a decision. I think that it was reactionary. Obviously, with Virginia Tech losing to who's it, Old Dominion?
James Madison.
James Madison. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean that was a
It
horrible.
was Old Dominion. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. I just remember. I remember seeing that and going, man, that could cost him his job, because obviously they were struggling. Even before that, but a home game and losing against a much lesser opponent, that'd do it. And then obviously with Gundy, 69-3 to Oregon, and then you lose to Tulsa. I think that's how you get the trigger pulled a little quicker during the season than you do waiting till near the end. So and then kids can have the 30-minute immediate window to get into the portal, and you could lose several people on your team. So I don't know if that's happening. I haven't been paying attention with either of those teams, but that's something you don't necessarily want to experience. So anyway, I don't think it's a huge advantage either way.
Well, I wanted to walk through. That was my next question. I want to walk through is this, caveat to the rule, or this special exception. If your coach leaves, you do have the 30-day window. And by doing it this early, and this was kind of the follow-up, is you've still got guys that haven't played in 4 games. They can opt into that portal at this point. Probably flushes the rest of the season down for the drain for some of these schools, but they can preserve perhaps a year of eligibility. They haven't burned a red shirt by entering now and not burning up a season of eligibility.
Well, even if you have played 4 or 5, 6 games, some guys haven't played in 4 games. So even if you did it after the 6th game, you're in danger of guys doing that. So they may be, obviously, if you haven't played in a couple of games after 6 games, you're probably a backup, but still that hurts your depth. So again, I don't see the huge benefit. Maybe somebody could convince me otherwise of making a move like that so early. But at the same time, like I said, I think it's just reactionary because of how disastrous they lost. Both of those teams lost.
Richard, before you came on, we're talking with Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, courtesy of House of Webster. Tommy and I were talking about maybe what it looks like this weekend. I've had some season ticket holders that told me they aren't going to this game. They sold some tickets. I know you're trying to help a friend sell some tickets for this game as well. Like, what are we looking at this weekend in terms of the fan base? I know they're disappointed with the last 2 outcomes, but what kind of atmosphere do we have in front of us in Razorback Stadium?
Well, I agree with Tommy. I think it'll be a full house. I mean, will it be absolutely full? Probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. But it is Notre Dame. I suspect it'll be a definitely a late arriving crowd. You won't know until a lot of times those 11 o'clock games. You don't know until about the end of the first quarter what kind of a crowd it's going to be because of late arriving. And a lot of now, if they were 4-0, it'd be a little bit of earlier arriving crowd. But I tend to think it'd be good. And the tickets that I was trying to help a buddy with, they did sell. So I tend to think that I agree with Tommy that it's going to be a good crowd, and obviously how involved they are is is going to depend on how good the team plays.
Richard, you've probably seen the schedule for Arkansas in 26 and 27, 28, 29. Tommy brought up a good point. I think you go to Tulsa in 2027. You got Utah on the road next year, but you got 5 games at home. We've already seen one contract change with Memphis moving back to 2030, with now Hunter Yurchek and his team having an idea what that looks like moving forward. Are we going to see more changes, in your opinion, to the non-conference football schedule here these next few years?
Man, I was just looking at those conference the 9 teams each year, and I was going, my gosh, you just don't have a day off, and
don't get a break, man.
What's that?
I said you don't have a break. Yeah, like you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could motivate Hunter to kind of switch things around. But yeah, it's absolutely brutal. It's amazing. And when before they moved to the 9-game schedule, there a lot of people are saying instead of winning 9, 10, 11 games on a fairly consistent basis for some of the teams, they're gonna dip down and lose quite a few more from year to year, and it's not going to be all roses because of that nine game schedule, because just you're playing against the best of the best every week, and right now you look at that and you don't see really anybody that you go, oh, that's a win. You don't.
No, a lot of thorns in there. Absolutely. So,
Richard, good stuff as always, man. We always talk about House of Webster with you every single Wednesday. 1013 North 2nd Street in Rogers. You can give them a call at 800-369-4641. I know Mike and the team there always cooking up the best jams, jellies, and sauces. And, man, it's perfect for tailgating weather. We're going to have some good weather here these next few weeks in Fayetteville. And I know we got a nice little home stretch starting in October for Arkansas.
So if you like jams and jellies and salsa, whatever, check out House of Webster's. I promise you, you'll be glad you did, because I eat their products weekly and almost daily.
House of Webster, again, located in Rogers. Go to houseofwebster.com to shop all their products. RD, good stuff, man. Hopefully we're talking about a win next Wednesday with you.
See you guys. Take care.
All right, see you, buddy. That's Richard Davenport, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
All right, we're live at Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 3042 North Market Avenue, richardscountrymeatmarket.com. Audrey's going to come back out and talk to us in a little bit. They've been busy. It's been a steady stream of cars in and out of here all day, so come by. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Rally House on MLK, so you can come by and get what you need for the game and get suited up tomorrow. We'll be at Rally House on MLK tomorrow with the Morning Rush from 9 to 11. Hey, if you're looking for a way to find your favorite lures from Pradco, you can do it at the click of a button. LureNet.com not only has all the brands you want, like Rebel, Yum, Booyah, and more, but the site also includes exclusive deals and baits you won't find anywhere else from your favorite brands. Free shipping on all U.S. orders over $35. So this is the day, this is the week. Treat yourself and your fishing buddies to some new tackle box treasures. Check it all out at LureNet.com today.
Brian's in Ozark this morning here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Brian, go ahead, man.
Hey, what's going on? I just want to make 2 quick comments, and happy Wednesday to you too. And 2 comments, and then I'll hang up and listen to what you got to say. So my first comment is, it's kind of sad that Arkansas has already lost 4 decommitments for next year, and they're probably going to lose most of their starters next year. From what I've read and comments that I've heard, that they're going to lose a ton of people off this team. And my second comment would be, Gunny gets fired, and he's 1,000 times better football coach than Sam Pittman. Oklahoma State has made a statement, as well as Virginia Tech and others, that they want to win. I'm sorry, and this is just my opinion. If they don't fire Pittman this year, Arkansas will always be a losing program under Pittman. That's what I think about it. But anyways, I'll hang up and listen to what you got to say.
Well, I think you have more fuel to your fire than you did 2 weeks ago, Brian. I think there's more people that are discontent and not happy with what Sam Pittman has done this year than there were obviously 2 weeks ago. But as Colton pointed out earlier, 2 of these wins the next 3 weeks, and you're kind of like, all right, let's see what they do the rest of the year, being that you have Notre Dame, Tennessee, and Texas A&M. Now, do I think that's going to happen? No. Do I think they're going to get to 10 wins under Sam Pittman? No. But there's still, again, with even with this difficult schedule, there's still a lot of opportunities left, and I hope that's how the coaching staff are preaching to their players the rest of the way.
You win this week, and that's a huge if. I don't think they're going to win this week, but if they do, you're right back on track. You should be 3-1. You should have been no worse than 3-1 coming out of last week's game. Agreed?
Fair.
Okay. No one really predicted Arkansas to beat Notre Dame, and not many. I would not say that's the majority opinion. Correct? Going into the year, so Notre Dame's proven that they are beatable, and if you win this game, you're right back on track at 3-2. Now, see how the rest of the season goes. Am I a little bit frustrated and upset with what's happened so far? Absolutely. Do I believe Sam Pittman's going to lead this program back to 9 or 10 wins? I do not. But at this point, what's the big benefit if you cut ties this week? Now, if you go get embarrassed 69-3 like Oak State did over at Oregon, that's a different conversation. But this team, in fairness, is not getting beat 100, as Sam Pittman said. They've lost on 2 costly fumbles. One for sure. Ole Miss, we could have a different discussion. They were going to win the game at Memphis.
I agree.
They were going to win the game at Memphis. I don't know if they had a good chance if they don't fumble to win the game at Ole Miss, but that was not a guarantee. It was a guarantee you were going to win that game if you don't fumble that ball. The only question was if you scored too quick and gave Memphis too much time. But I think they were going to manage that clock properly.
Lane Kiffin
can't fumble the ball.
Lane Kiffin sacrificing his daughter to win a football game this week, and I want to know what we have to sacrifice to beat Notre Dame. SEC update when we return. Stay with us. We're live at Richards Country Meat Market.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
It's time.
This is the Morning Rush.
It's time for the end of summer clearance at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, get a grand your way when you drive away in the road-ready certified pre-owned car of your choice. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Get an extra discount, extra for your trade, or buy that special someone a gift to make up for not talking to them about the new truck in the driveway. We got your back. $1,000 to use however you like. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Doe's Eat Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Doe's Eat Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
Freshen up your golf game at the Golf Nut. We've got the latest apparel and head covers from Pins and Aces, plus new shirts and shorts from Red Vanley. Ghost golf bags are here in Sunday bag, carry, and card 14 styles. Zero torque putters are the hottest thing on the greens. Check out our models from TaylorMade, Lab Golf, and Odyssey. For precision on every shot, we've got rangefinders from Blue Tees and Bushnell. Visit the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, Johnny'sTransmissionFS.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. How about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We all plan to be on time, but fender bending, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Less than 2 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, Peter. I don't know what they're going to do. Down 3 and way out of field goal range. Truly an unlucky state to be in.
This state has plenty of luck. Last year, 8 Arkansans each won $1 million off a lottery ticket.
State as in a state of being, not... Whoa, touchdown Razorbacks. Did you...
This is winning, folks. Every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps fund college scholarships. You could be the next big winner. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
After 2 straight winning seasons at Ole Miss, Kiffin was once again courted by other higher-profile programs.
Lane Kiffin seems to be one of the top names thrown around for the now open Auburn coaching job.
I was like, I don't want to go move somewhere else. I like it here. Me and my friends, we made this slideshow, like, collage to a song that, like, we knew he would find sad and, like, just really rethink his decision. And we came into the office and then set it up on, like, a movie projector screen. And we were like, we have something to show you. Come in here.
That was Landry Kiffin. Have you seen that E60 that Ryan McGee did? That's Lane Kiffin's daughter, Landry, talking about kind of helping convince him to stay in Oxford, Mississippi when he was reportedly offered that Auburn job when it came open.
I haven't seen that, but I have seen who her boyfriend is.
Whit Weeks, yeah.
And who's Ole Miss playing this week?
LSU. Magnolia Bowl. Little psyop going on there. Right,
Interesting that news comes out this week.
That is a wild move. That is just
There's a lot of conspiracy about how this came about as far as the news delivery. First of all, how does the coach's daughter in Oxford dating the star linebacker in Baton Rouge?
Do you want the details?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she is friends with Garrett Nussmeier's fiance.
Okay.
When there's pop culture SEC stories like this, I get into the weeds. And, yeah, she's apparently friends with Garrett Nussmeier's fiance. She's been to LSU, and they got connected because Nussmeier and Whit Weeks are, I think, still roommates.
Well, there's some that believe that Lane had her put this out there on social media this week to
get those
maybe
numbers
create
up, maybe.
Well, yeah, and create a distraction for Whit Weeks. So I don't imagine the news in Baton Rouge is going over as well.
I wouldn't think so, but I mean, Whit Weeks, it's kind of like, it's not maybe to the extent of A.J. McCarron dating at the time, Catherine McCarron, who was at Auburn University, but I mean, Ole Miss and LSU, there's no love lost there.
No. The Magnolia Bowl?
The Magnolia Bowl, yep. So the interesting thing with, like, people think that LSU's biggest rivalry is Alabama. To me, it maybe was when Nick Saban took that job, but old heads in Oxford will tell you the team they hate the most is LSU. Now, we are not getting the Alabama-LSU game every year, Tommy. That game is discontinued, as is Alabama-Georgia, Tennessee-Florida, Florida-LSU, Tennessee-Georgia, Auburn-Florida, A&M, and Arkansas, and then, of course, Arkansas and Ole Miss. Those games are not going to be permanent opponents. Is there any game that you saw that's not being played that you're kind of disappointed in?
Yeah, I hadn't looked over every team's schedule at this point, but, I mean, they kept the main traditions alive, and all of these games are going to be played, maybe not on an annual basis, but, you know, you'll play twice in 4 years, essentially. So, you know, that's one of the pluses of this schedule is, you you won't go very long without seeing somebody every 4 years, I guess. You'll have them home or away. You'll have them in your home stadium every 4 years. You'll play them at least every couple years.
The idea is that a kid gets to play an opponent in the SEC in their stadium and the opposing stadium if they stay 4 years in an institution. Now, that's probably not going to happen a lot because kids are going to be transferring all the time, but that was, I know, something that Greg Sankey and stuff have been and brought up. Colton, you pulled this clip earlier this week. This is Steve Spurrier talking about the Florida Gators and the offense right now.
Yeah, our defense has played well. It's played very well. I guess next thing we need to try to learn how to score on defense since the offense isn't scoring much.
ESPN Insights came out with some odds. Florida has a better chance to lose out than become bowl eligible. So think about that. They've lost, 4 games thus far, and they have a better chance. They're going to make a change. They have a better chance to lose out than become bowl eligible this fall, which is just wild to me. But they do have the toughest schedule in college football, and Napier is, like you said. Now, you asked Richard a question earlier, and Scott Strickland, who's the AD in Gainesville, has this kind of on his table as well. Like the benefits of letting go of a coach like in Stillwater, in Blacksburg, and in Los Angeles versus waiting out the season.
Well, it doesn't change your money for this season or this budget cycle. You're going to pay the coach. I mean, Gundy's going to get paid. Pry's going to get paid for this year. They'll get their buyout. I mean, it may be slightly adjusted, but it's not a money-saving deal. It's about signaling to your donors that we're making change. I think it's also getting ahead of things in the transfer portal, signaling to players elsewhere that, hey, there's going to be opportunity at our institution. But I think, as you've seen with Virginia Tech, they've rallied and raised and borrowed and scrapped and clawed $50 million together. Oklahoma State will go out and they'll talk to their donors about getting money. Mm-hmm. Any school that's going to fire their coach, if the AD isn't ready to go raise the money, then you don't need to fire the coach. Because if you can't get the money and you're not certain the money's coming, you better not fire your coach because you're not going to get a coach. Nobody's going to want the job, particularly with the schedule we just looked at for next year and the next 4 years, if you don't have money to get players. Why is Clemson struggling right now? Well, the players aren't as good as they once were there. They're not as deep as they are. That's a job that I don't believe will become open, but that's a job people are talking about. I mean, they'd be foolish to fire Dabo, but and I don't think they can afford to fire Dabo at this point. But if you're going to fire a coach, you better have a plan to go get the money to rebuild that program and that roster.
Dabo's won 2. He's been to 3. He's been to a couple college football playoffs as well. And then Danny Ford, I guess, are the ones. So I think Clemson fans think higher themselves than they actually are when it comes to that football program, even though it is really close to Atlanta and it's one of the better programs in the ACC. All right, last thing here in your SEC updates. We're live at Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. John Mateer is going to be out several weeks. Bummer for Oklahoma fans, and I've actually really liked watching this kid and success that he's had thus far. But hand surgery is going to return later this season. Sooner Scoop, one of the publications there in Norman, is reporting about 3 weeks, so that would be after the Texas game. I don't think Oklahoma can beat Texas without John Mateer, as bad as Arches looked. But this is a big news for.
I think they could with.
It was what many people thought to be the Heisman frontrunner. I don't know if that's his award to lose now at any point.
Yeah. All right, that's your SEC update brought to you by Sterling Bank. When it comes to banking, you deserve a pleasant and productive experience and one that puts you first. And that's exactly what you'll find at Sterling Bank, your community bank right here in Northwest Arkansas. Great customer service. Every transaction feels personal because they're not just your bankers, they're your friends and they're your neighbors, and they're deeply committed to the people, the businesses, and organizations that make NWA thrive. So if you're looking for a local friendly bank that fits your needs, visit Sterling Bank, Fayetteville, Rogers, or Bentonville. Learn more at stirbank.bank. Sterling Bank, invested in you, committed to NWA.
Speaking of quarterbacks, here's Sam Pittman on Taylor Green earlier this week.
I don't know that he ran as aggressively as he has in the past. He's beat up a little bit. But obviously, every game you have some reads that you're going, man, should have kept that one. Man, you should have gave that one. There was a few in there like that, but I don't know if it was any more than normal.
So we're 4 games in, and this is what we kind of talked about in the season. He's your leading rusher in yards. I think he's also in attempts as well. And he's already beat up. He played one SEC game. And I know you're going up against Notre Dame. They don't have a good defense on Saturday. He's probably going to have success, assuming he's healthy. But, Tommy, I mean, we're a third of the way through the season, and your QB1's already basically – I'm not going to say –
He played one Power 4 game.
Yeah, and I just think –
And you got the number, according to Pro Football Focus, the number 1 line, right?
Now,
he's running the ball a lot. He's your quarterback, and he's your leading rusher on the team. So there's the difference. This isn't an offensive line. This is a read and a play calling thing.
Taylor's put on weight and everything else. It's just a little that's a little alarming if I'm an Arkansas fan. One, you're 2-2. You're hoping to be 3-1 like you were talking about earlier. But if your quarterback's already banged up and, like you said, only one Power 4 opponent, again, Arkansas's had a quarterback injury where a starting QB's had to sit out every year since 2019. Might even be 2018. So, I'm not wishing this on Taylor. I don't want him to get hurt. But when I hear that yesterday, I just assume it's going to happen based on how much he's having to run and based on his injury history last year, unfortunately.
Well, but how many dual-threat quarterbacks probably aren't a little banged up? Is that a little overstated by Sam Pittman? I don't know. I think it's reasonable to have cause for concern at this point. But you get through this week, you got to bye, you can heal that body up. These guys are young. That's really what they got going in their favor is youth. So nothing's broke, nothing's torn, nothing needs surgery at this point. But your body's going to be beat up after playing 4 college football games. It just is. So that's the way it is. Saturday, if you're staying home, or maybe you're planning to come up and you need some tailgate food, Art's Barbecue, Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, is doing smoked brisket queso again this week. Have you tried this yet?
Getting it with my dad on what's that, Wednesday, Friday night.
You better call because I think they only do it on Saturdays. But call and see if you can get some ready. So it's a game day treat. They take their house smoked brisket, chop it up, put it inside their smoked. It's got like 6 different cheeses that go in there. It is creamy. It is delicious. It is an explosion of flavor. They give you the chips, salsa, the smoked queso, all of it. Plus they got the sloppy pig burger, where they take one of their great burgers, they pile it high with pulled pork, then slather it up. Just soak it in that smoked brisket queso. It is a fork and knife situation for sure. Art's Barbecue, smoked brisket queso for this Saturday. Call now and order yours, 452-2550. They'll have it ready. You can take it up for your tailgate. 452-2550 for Art's Barbecue and Burgers in Fort Smith.
Dave in Branson texting in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. 0 wins for the rest of the year is so disappointingly unbelievable. I don't expect them to go 0 for the rest of the way. Do you? I mean, they still have Mississippi State on the schedule. I just threw $75 on this game this weekend because I think they're going to win. You don't expect them to go over, do you?
Arkansas the rest of the way?
Yeah.
Is that what you're – no, I don't expect them to go over. No, I mean, this isn't a bad, horrendous football team. They've had 2 costly turnovers that have cost them against a ranked team that's better than them in Ole Miss, and a team they should have beaten in their sleep with Memphis, but they messed around. So – no, I don't. All right, we're going to come back to Richards here in just a second, talk to Audrey, and get the lowdown on everything for the weekend. First, a word for Gaston's White River Resort, 870-431-5202. Great time to be on the White River. Do some quality fishing with their expert guides that will show you the way. They take care of every aspect of your fishing trip, from making sure you have the right rod and reels in the boat to all the right lures and baits. They'll take care of all that. When you catch a fish, they'll have to touch it. Well, you can if you want, but you don't have to. The guide will take care of all that. If you want to keep fish, they'll clean them, and they'll even cook them in their restaurant for you at Gaston's. 80 private cabins and lodges. It's a turnkey deal at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
I think it's your girlfriend called.
Text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee.
We're not supposed to go out there and, lose to Memphis.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Do you feel that, Arkansas? The Lotto jackpot is now more than $1 million. Why should you care? Because this $1 million+ prize can only be won in Arkansas. There are 2 Lotto drawings every week, and the jackpot keeps growing until there's a winner. Join the fun and play Lotto today. A $2 ticket could change your life. Get yours in stores today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
Don't miss the big porch sale at Jelco Outdoors. Casual clothing, work clothing, and hunting clothing for men, women, and children. Clothing is priced at 50% off the lowest price, which means savings of 75% or more off the original price. Brands like Ariat, Browning, Wrangler, Drake, Non-Typical, and more. Save up to 75% off at Jelco Outdoors Porch Sale, 4600 South Sea Road in Fort Smith.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Number you can pay for reach.
The worldwide leader in sports.
It was her first call game, my wife, and we ended up on that field. We were in section 104.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on. You gotta go with somebody. At least I go with a winner.
Tommy, they're great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
All right, back here at Richards Country Meat Market. We're going to talk with Audrey here in just a sec. Before we do that, I had a little bit of a car issue, Tommy, this weekend. Did you hear about that?
No, what'd you do?
Something in it was broke, and I was scared to go back. Now, when it happens in Arkansas, I'm not not in a situation where I feel uncomfortable because I'll stop into the Mikey Car Care Center. Again, 2 locations. You've got the one in Springdale at Rath Mitsubishi and also Rath Auto Resources as well. Larry, David, and the team taking care of you when it comes to anything like that. They walk you through the whole thing, again, start to finish when it comes to your car. And then you got a Grand Your Way going on this month. So I know people have started back school. Maybe there's a kid that you're sick of driving to school each and every day, and it's about time that he or she has got his own vehicle. So it's Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale, a Grand Your Way going on this month at both locations. Now, you and I were just in at Richard's Country Meat Market. You got some cookies, Audrey. I got the Ring of Fire hot sauce, big hot sauce guy. I got some habanero and some cayenne, Richard's Country Meat Market hot sauce as well, based on your recommendations. I'm gonna hold you to this being pretty good. I'm excited to try this.
One of the things I was noticing, when you walk in, it's a little bit of a maze because you got all these great products, and a lot of them are local. I was noticing the honey was out of Bentonville. You got a lot of local jams, you got pastas, you got all sorts of kind of local items that complement, whatever you're buying here at Richard's.
Yes, we have lots of local products. We love to support local businesses around us because they support us, and everybody loves to shop local, and we're a local business. We've been here for over 30 years, and so we love supporting places like Zelli Pasta is one of our big pasta brands that we love supporting. Lots of local honey, like you're mentioning, local syrups, Pink House Alchemy, and things like that.
Now, Richard's has everything out there, guys, you'd expect. I mean, full-service meat counter, so it's got poultry, it's got pork, it's got, thick-cut steaks. They'll custom anything you want, seafood, house-made brats, sausages, and more.
You had them jotted down.
Yeah, I took a picture of the menu because, I didn't realize you made that many varieties of the house-made sausages. You also do the you got boar's head cheese. You've got. Do y'all still do the deli sandwich? Come in and make a sandwich.
We don't do sandwiches. We just have lunch meat and cheese, and then we make our homemade bread is also really popular.
But you have a lot of ready to go meals that are in your freezer section that you can just take, pop in, and they're wonderful.
Pizza's in there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We make all that homemade, and you just heat it up. You don't even have to worry about actually cooking it. You're just heating it back up and serving it to your family. Easy dinner.
So does it look like, I know we're getting closer to game day, as the week progresses, it just gets, I'm assuming, busier and busier and busier, and it's just going to be a zoo in here on Saturday and Friday,
absolutely.
I guess.
Yes, we're ready for it, and everybody's going to be getting those burgers and brats and steaks like we were talking about, and all the good sides. So
I've kind of wandered around during the breaks, and there's been 3 people I've heard come in and, hey, I want them gourmet burgers you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was seasoned. You've got 3 or 4 different varieties of how they're seasoned up.
Yeah, we have a seasoned burger, a bacon cheddar, and a bacon cheddar jalapeno that are probably our most popular. And then we have some that are more exotic, more like pepper jack, habanero burgers, brisket burgers, straight ground
Which one's
brisket.
your favorite?
I usually eat the bacon cheddar jalapenos,
Okay.
my go-to, but I've had them all. They're all great.
Y'all make homemade buns, too.
Yeah, brioche buns and all kinds of stuff. So.
Man. So if you're hungry, Richard's is the place. Probably call ahead. I figure Friday's going to be your big day because everybody's got to get it before the game. 443-0000. You can place your order. You'll take it, and then when they get here, it's all ready, or you'll even bring it out to the car.
Yep. Either one.
479-443-0000. Or stop in. See Audrey and her family. 3 generations here to take care of you. 3042 North Market Avenue. We're just a block off College in Fayetteville. You can't miss it on Rolling Hills, College and Rolling Hills. Just turn there at that light, and you'll find it right here.
You were talking about having to walk a lot lately. There's parking right. You literally
pull up
5 feet from the front door, which is nice.
There's plenty of parking right here at the front door. So Richard's Country Meat Market, richardscountrymeatmarket.com, bringing the flavor to your summer and fall grill. And won't be long. We'll be talking turkeys and Thanksgiving and cornbread stuffing. So
yeah, thanks for having us.
Hey, well, thank you for having us out here, and we're looking forward to filling up a cooler here at Richard's.
Thank you.
All right, Richard's Country Meat Market. What's Your Beef Wednesday, every Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville.
If you missed any of our conversation with Richard Davenport or some of the things we got into this morning, it will be in the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast. Coming up, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, Big C, halftime is head your way for the next 3 hours next.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Mann family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop